Radhika Mayyamatmapadpadmadastu Radhika
Vishwanabhya Gopayoshitadika Viradhika Mayyamatmapadpadmadasya dasu Radhika
Mayyamatmapadmadastu Radhika Mayyamatmapadmadastu Radhika
Mayyamatmapadmadasya dasu Radhika Mayyamatmapadmadasya dasu Radhika.
So let's read the meaning of this two verses. Although the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, is adored by other youthful goddesses who are themselves glorified through all the universe, still she is nowhere near Sri Radhika in the matter of beauty, praiseworthy usefulness, or divine features. There is no one in the material spiritual world superior to Srimati Radharani in the expression of naturally loving pastime. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet. She is very learned in many transcendental arts, such as performing the rasa dance, singing, and joking. She is decorated with many divine qualities such as loving nature, exquisite body, beauty, and wonderful garments and ornaments. Even among the cowherd damsels of Raja, who are praised by the entire universe, she is the best in every way. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet. So we get intelligent to make a spiritual advancement if we take shelter of the Devi Maya, Srimati Radharani, then she will give us intelligence in such a way that we can take shelter of Krishna perfectly. Om Gyantimarandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurmalitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manubhisham Thapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Vadati Siravadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shirupam Sajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sadivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paishade Shatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauritase Namah Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapte Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Haripide Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyacha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurvatrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for today's special class on Glories of Srimati Radharani. So of course, before we go there, we'll discuss something from Uddhava visits Vrindavan to understand the mood of Srimati Radharani and all the gopis there. Shishuka Ovacha Vrishninam Pravaro Mantri Krishna Se Daita Sakaha Shishyo Brahaspate Sakshat Uddhavo Buddhisattamaha. So, Vrishninam Pravaro Mantri. In Vrishni, Vrishnis are the Yadus, and the Vrishnis, the Dwarkavasis, they are called Vrishnis. The Vrishni Nam Pravaro Mantri, the best of the Mantri was Uddhava. Why? Krishna said Daita Sakha. He was a great Sakha of Krishna. In fact, one pastime in the third canto, Krishna says, in last life you were a Vasu. And as a Vasu, you desired my association. Though it's not possible, still I awarded you. So there was a demigod doing sacrifice, and last life when you were doing, and all demigods were asking many, many things. But you asked my association and I gave you. And that is something very rare. What they gave, what Krishna gave to them. So whatever we desire this life, next life you may get it. So be careful what you're desiring this life. While doing our spiritual practices, what we are desiring this life may get fulfilled in the next life. Like Putna. Putna was Ratnamala. She desired to feed Vamandev and she desired to kill Vamandev. And Krishna fulfilled both the desires. So whatever you're desiring in respect to Krishna, be very, very careful. Maybe next life Lord will fulfill it. The same way you're desiring something to do wrong to a devotee. So also be very careful. Because all our desires are fulfilled there. So I seek blessings of His Grace Bhaktivinoda Prabhuji. Yeah. The supremely intelligent Uddhava was the best counselor of the Vrishni dynasty, a beloved friend of Lord Shri Krishna, and a direct disciple of Brihaspati. Purport: the Acharyas give various reasons why Lord Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan. The Lord had promised the residents of Vrindavan, Aya Asya, I shall return. Also in the previous chapter, Lord Krishna promised Nand Maharaj, Drashtum Eshyamaha, will come back to see you and Mother Yashoda. At the same time, the Lord could not break his promise to Shri Vasudeva and Mother Devaki to finally spend some time with them they had suffered for so many years. Therefore, the Lord decided to send his intimate representative to Vrindavan in his place. The question may be asked, why did Krishna not invite Nanda and Yashoda to visit him in Mathura? According to Jiva Goswami, for the Lord to exchange loving feeling with Nanda and Yashoda in the same place, that with Vasudha and Devaki would create problems. Thus, Krishna did not invite Nanda and Yashoda to stay in Mathura. The residents of Vrindavan had their own way of understanding Krishna, and their feelings could not have been appropriately expressed on a regular basis in the kingly atmosphere of Mathura. Shri Uddhava described in this verse as Buddhi Sattama, the most intelligent, thus he could expertly pacify the residents of Vrindavan who were feeling such intense separation from Lord Krishna. Then, upon his return to Mathura, Uddhava would describe to all the members of the Vishnu dynasty the extraordinary pure love he had seen in Vrindavan. Indeed, the love the cowherd man and the gopis felt for Krishna was far beyond anything the Lord's other devotees had ever experienced. And by hearing about that love, all the Lord's devotees would increase their faith and devotion. Na Uddhavo anuapi naman nyunaha. Uddhava is not even slightly different from me. Resembling Krishna so much, Uddhava was the perfect person to carry out the Lord mission in Vrindavan. In fact, Sri Harivansha stated that Uddhava was the son of Vasudeva's brother Devbhaga. Uddhavo Deva Bhagasya Mahabhago Sudobha. In other words, is a cousin of Krishna. So, and then Krishna says, Tamaha Bhagwan Preshnam Bhatmaikantinaha Kuchit. Gritva Panina Pani Pupannardhari. So, Lord called him into Ekant and keeping the hand in his hand, telling, I have some personal work, please do for me. So, this Uddhava was a great disciple of Brihaspati. Very, very intelligent. See, all intelligence comes from Brihaspati. Right? The source of all material intelligence is a planet Brihaspati, and the Guru, isn't a Guru. So Brihaspati is also called Guru. So Brihaspati is the Guru of the Devatas. So he is the Guru of the Devatas, and he and Uddhava studied directly under Brihaspati, not under disciples of Brihaspati, but directly under Brihaspati, Uddhava Sattama. So he had so much great intelligence. In fact, he had a great jnana. Uddhava had a great jnana of we are not body, we are spirit soul. And Krishna's Aishwarya also there. And Krishna had few reasons to send Uddhava to Vrindavan. So one of the reasons Krishna had is because he had promised the Vrajavasis that I will come back. I will come back. But Krishna got so much caught up in Mathura he couldn't come back. Because Kamsa started, Jarasandha started attacking. The moment the Krishna killed Kamsa, in fact, one timeline had come in the timeline of Krishna. If you remember, there, what was the Krishna's timeline? At what age Krishna did what? Anybody has that? You know, in WhatsApp group it had come from Hari Parshad Prabhu. There, anyone saw that? So it had, yeah. Can you show that? Yeah, I just read it. So how Krishna's 125 years of Leela goes by. So when did Krishna kill Kamsa? At what age Krishna killed Kamsa? Krishna was 11 years. 10 years, some months, that's the time Krishna killed Kamsa fully. The first, see, when Krishna taking birth, he goes to Gokul. He goes to Gokul Mahavan. So maybe let us refer this Krishna's timeline, which is helpful to know what Krishna did the Leelas. So when Krishna was 6 days, he killed Putana. When he was 3 months, he killed Shaktasur. And after 1 year, he killed Janavrat. And when did Krishna did Damodar Leela? When Krishna was 3 years, 2 months. So this all 3 years, 2 months Leela happened in Gokul. Like you remember, when we go to Vrindavan Yatra, we go to Gokul Mahavan. So Gokul Mahavan, all these Leelas of Krishna happened from childhood, 3 years. Then because so many demons were coming, they thought better go to a safe place. So then moved to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, they did not prepare a palace or something. They just live huts banake, they live. Like Hampi Yatra, we have gone. It was such a nice experience to live in the huts. Coconut grove, right? And I was saying it's so nice, Baba. ऐसे ही रहना चाहिए तो कितना अच्छा है. And they were waterproof also. Like so many rains happen, the water doesn't happen the hut. और 2 साल में करके जाना है तो दूसरी जगह चले जाओ. No need. Now people spend their 20-30 years of savings in purchasing 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK in Bangalore. What is needed of all that? Just bring a coconut grove, 1 महीने में ready, and जब मन चढ़े छोड़ के चल दो दूसरी जगह. Life is simple. We have made it very complex with it. Simple kutia, and it was looking so nice to stay in that environment. Only little mosquitoes were there. Yeah. Which even they bite in Bangalore also. So killing of Putana happened. Then they went to Vrindavan, and all the Vrajrasis they were having in Vrindavan, they made a whole shape cart. ऐसे कार्ट अपना लगा के रहने लगे वहां पे वृंदावन में. And see, Vrajavasi, those who keep moving. Because if you are herding cows, the one place where herding, all grass will get over, then should move to another place. So cow herd community will keep moving. Previously, there were a lot of grasslands available for cows called Gomala, but now everything of cows are taken away and they're building cities and different places for it there. So arrival in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Then the Vassasur Leela happened when Krishna was 3 years, 4 months. Then Krishna killed Aghasur. That Brahm Vimohan Leela happened when Krishna was 4 years, 4 months. And then Gocharan Leela. Because when Krishna was young, Krishna was not allowed to take the cows. Only he will take the calves. When Krishna became 5 years, he said, nothing doing. I want to take the cows. I want to go far off in Vrindavan. And that day is Gopashtami. We celebrate Gopashtami. The day Krishna started taking the cows is Gopashtami. That happened 5 years, 2 months. Then Kaliya, Krishna danced on Kaliya when he was 7 years old. And around 7 years only, Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. 8 years he did Ras Leela. And 10th, then 10th and 11th year occur again. So when Krishna was 11 years, he goes to Mathura and kill Kamsa. And then he goes for 64 days for the ashram of Sandipani Muni. So when that happened, after 4 months of killing of Kamsa, he would have ruled. And then 11 years, 7 months, Gurukul, 11 years, 7 months, he went to Gurukul and meeting with Kubjas later. And then Krishna became 15 to 32 years. 17 years, Jarasandha attacked 17 times. Can you imagine? Every year, Krishna started fighting when he was 15. And it became 32 till Krishna was fighting every year with Jarasandha. So one external reason why Krishna did not went to Vrindavan, because Jarasandha was coming. And if they know that Krishna is in Vrindavan, they will destroy whole Vrindavan. It happened also once Shivaji came to Devu. So the Muslim king sent all his Sena to Devu only. Somehow Tukaram Maharaj prayed to Panduranga and Panduranga saved Shivaji. He was saved there. So this was one external reason Krishna did not went to Vrindavan, because he was so occupied with the war there that he could not go to Vrindavan. And 32 years of age, Krishna established Dwarka, and 32 years of age, he married to Rukmani. So somewhere before 32 years, he sent Uddhava. What age Uddhava gone, that's not clear. And 34th years of age, Krishna killed Bhamasur in this. And when at the battlefield of Mahabharata, Krishna was 89 years old, 90 years old. And total pastime, Krishna went for 125 years. So many things of this whole Krishna's pastime. And Rasa Yajna happened at when Krishna was 72 years. There. So these are the whole timeline of the Supreme Lord. So he says, Uddhava, I promised them you go. But on the other hand, Krishna wanted Uddhava to see the glories of love of Vrajakrishna there. Because there is a difference between Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna in Vrindavan. Like Jagannath, how Jagannath's form came, one time Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Krishna, Balaram, in Dwaraka, they were there. And all the Dwaraka Vasis wanted to hear the Katha that what are the attractive pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, that even all the queens are there, but Krishna is remembering the Vrajavasis. So what was attractive Leela? And the only person who had seen this Leela was Rohini and Subhadra. So Subhadra was guarding the gate, because if Krishna heard that Leela, what will happen? Krishna will go to Vrindavan and Dwarkavasis will lose them. So they made sure that we will hear that Leela, Krishna Balaram should not hear that Leela. So Subhadra becomes a gatekeeper. And Rohini Mata started all the Katha of Krishna's Leela in Vrindavan. So Krishna's Leela in Vrindavan is attractive to even people of Dwarka. But Dwarka Leela is not attractive to people of Vrindavan. Because when Krishna came as a king, the gopis wanted to take him that no, we don't like you as a king, you go to Vrindavan and be a handsome, Natavara Vapu. Bharapidam Natavara Vapu Karna Karnikaram Vivrata Basa Kanaka Kapisha Vejanti Mana Venu Randra Adhara Sudhara Gop Venda Ramanyam Sapada Gita Kirti. Krishna is a Natavar Vapu. Natavar Vapu, wherein Vrindavan. He is like a nut dancer there. And he wears a peacock feather. He plays the flute. And he does not have any weapon in Vrindavan. Whereas in Dwarka, he is in a kingly dress, in a dress of majesty. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Sometimes Krishna will show his four-handed form in Dwarka. Krishna will show four-handed form in Dwarka. But in Vrindavan, he never showed four-handed form. In fact, only one time he showed four-handed form when Krishna ran away from Ras Leela. When Krishna saw that gopis are becoming little proud, We are most fortunate Krishna is with us. So Krishna left Rasila, showing that any pride comes in the heart of his devotees, immediately leave. And when Krishna left the Raslila, so that time all were searching, and Krishna assumed a 400 form. 400 form. So the gopis were searching for Krishna. They were not attracted even by Narayan form also there at that time. Only when Srimati Radharani passed by, the two hands melted. And they realized it's Krishna only there. So this is the form of Krishna in Vrindavan, which is so attractive. So this Dwarka Vasis was hearing the form of the Leelas of Krishna, but what happened? Krishna Balram came. So first Subhadra was hearing those pastimes, she went into ecstasy. Those pastimes were so amazing that Subhadra Mai went into ecstasy. And when Krishna Balram came and saw Subhadra Mai, they also went to ecstasy because they were also hearing the Katha. And that time Narad Muni appeared, seeing their forms with the hands gone inside and the eyes became very broad. He said, Lord, please manifest this form of Vrindavan in Bhuloka. And that time, Lord said, okay, I will come as Jagannath. So Jagannath is what? Ecstatic Krishna. When Krishna becomes very ecstatic, he becomes Jagannath. So that is Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Yeah. So so Uddhava, Krishna wanted that Uddhava to know that my Vrindavan pastimes are more superior than pastimes in Mathura. Jai Jagannath Baldeswara ki Jai. And Uddhava, to get such kind of experience, Krishna sent Uddhava there. And Uddhava would exactly look like Krishna. So when Uddhava goes to Vrindavan, he carries the same chariot of Krishna. The first he meets Nanda Baba and Yashoda. So Uddhava tried to give a lot of jnana to them, to Nanda Baba, that Krishna is not your son. Krishna is son of everybody. He is the Paramatma in the heart of everyone. But nothing entered Nanda Maharaj's head. He said, does Krishna remember us? Is Krishna going to come back or not? So that's what Nanda Baba was remembering. And Yashoda Maya was crying tears whole night, waiting for Krishna. Whether Krishna will come or not. And then Uddhava understood nothing going to happen. Krishna's Sandesh is not going to enter their heart because their heart is longing for Krishna as a son. They don't want to see Krishna as God. Even they know also Krishna as God does not make any difference to them. The next day, all the Vraja gopis, they gathered together. And they were asking, so they first saw the chariot. They thought Apurva has come again. And he asked, अरे अभी हमारा फ्लैश लेने आए हो क्या? पहले कृष्णा को ले गए, हमें भी लेने आए. You want to kill us only. Then they understood, oh no, it's something like Krishna only. So first they thought it's Krishna. Then they understood, no, it's Krishna. It's Uddhava, the friend of. So they were very eager to meet him. So all of them gathered around. It was a morning time, early morning time, and all of them gathered around Uddhava, asking what Krishna is doing. Does Krishna remember us? And that time, Srimati Radharani got into a mad ecstasy only. What happened? She started chastising a bumblebee. Oh, messenger, she's chastising Uddhava, but she is speaking to bumblebee. Oh, messenger, I don't believe in your words. What do you have? Come, go back to your master. I don't trust your master because your master killed Vali. Your master cheated Bali, and your master cheated has us also. And then you go away. And then Uddhava saw such absorption of Srimati Radharani in Krishna, then her heart melted, his heart melted. Well, I have not seen such a loving devotion. I have not seen such a loving devotion what this gopis of Vrindavan had. See, this Uddhava is a high class, scholar. Like you can see in the most scholarly people in ISKCON. Much higher than them was Uddhava there. And they are going to some simple Matajis, who are having devotion to Krishna. And he want to take the dust of the Matajis, of the gopis. But Gopis will not give the dust. So he said, let me become a creeper. So that because when you're a creeper, people will anyway put your feet, and that way I will get the dust of Vrajavasis. So this Uddhava visits Vrindavan, it completely glorifies the love of Vrajavasis. And Uddhava, in his own words, talk about their great love. First, he gives the message, and then he glorifies their love so much. So she says, you rightfully claim the privilege of unalloyed love for the transcendental Lord, O most glorious gopis. Indeed, by exhibiting a love for Krishna and separation from him, you have shown me great mercy. So Uddhava, who's living with Krishna constantly, he is glorifying the love of gopis there. Hmm? See, sometimes some devotees may be living with the spiritual master all the time, but they may appreciate another devotee who's living far off but doing great service to the spiritual master. You've seen that? So some devotee may be personal servant also of Guru Maharaj. But he may admire the love of another disciple who may be far off, but doing great service whom Guru Maharaj is very pleased. How many of you seen that? So that means what? Love is not based on physical proximity. Somebody may be far off, but maybe more dear. But somebody may be sitting near and creating a lot of problems for you. Isn't it? So we don't want to be always with Krishna. We want to become dear to Krishna. See, there is a difference between always being with Krishna and dear to Krishna. There. So devotee wants, wherever am I just want to be pleasing to Krishna. And see how it's glorifying. By your great fortune, you have established an unexcelled standard of pure devotion for the Lord. Uttam Shloka, a standard even the sages can hardly attain. So your love cannot be attained even by the sages. And if you see from a material point of view, they are not learned people. They are not learned in the Vedas. They are not learned in austerities. They don't know what austerity they will do. They're not gone to the forest and did austerities. But so much glorification on Dava there. So, so he is so much glorifying. Oh, you gopis are all successful and are universally worshipped because you dedicated your mind in this way to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they're saying to Uddhava, we want to forget Krishna, we are not able to forget Krishna. We are trying, we are meditating to forget Krishna, we are not able to forget Krishna. Whereas all the sages, they're trying to remember Krishna, but we don't able to try to remember Krishna. Like we want to remember Krishna, but we are not able to remember Krishna. That happened there. So the beauty of the love it, this love increases. The love of Rajasi, though Krishna has gone away, but their love increase more and more for Krishna. Whatever side they see in Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so Krishna wanted to taste that love of this gopis, of Srimati Radharani, and that's why Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Black Krishna became white Gauranga, golden Gauranga, Gaura Krishna. There. Krishna है Krishna Chaitanya नाम ने God है उससे नाम. So Krishna became so Krishna became very very golden because Radharani thought, okay, because of love for me you will cry and you will roll in the dust. So I cover your body with my own hue. So that there. And therefore Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about this great mystery of who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and great mystery about Chaitanya Srimati Radharani, or it's called Radha Tattva. There. That what is a Radha Tattva? It very briefly talks about. So first we discuss about how how great is that love of Srimati Radharani. And second we're discussing about the Radha Tattva. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Hiladani Shakti Rasna एकात्मनापि भुवि पुरदेहभेदं गतौ तौ चैतन्याख्यं प्रकटाधुना तदद्वयं चैक्यमाप्तं राधाभावदुति सुवलितं नामे कृष्णस्वरूपम्. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestation of Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although is Krishna himself. Please repeat. Radha Krishna Eka Atma
Radha Krishna Ekatma,
Dui Dehadhari
Hari,
Anya Anya Vilase Rase
Rasa,
Asadana Kori.
Asada,
So they are one Atma and two bodies. You see, one Atma and two bodies. So one Krishna, so the absolute truth is Krishna. He manifests into two. One Krishna manifests into two and for increasing his pleasure. See, when you are alone, like see, Krishna is Atma Rama. He doesn't need anything to enjoy. But nobody likes to be alone. Why? Because God has this tendency, so we also have this tendency. Right? So God manifests into two. But he himself manifests into Shrimati Radharani, his own potency, to give pleasure to him, to enjoy pastimes. So when you see Radha and Krishna, they are not two, they are one manifested into two. So their relationship is eternal. Just like sun and sunshine. So where there is Krishna, there is Shrimati Radha. Where there is sun, there is sunshine. Where is Krishna, there is Hiladani Shakti. Who? Shrimati Radharani. Now, who is this Shrimati Radharani? She is a Hiladani potency. What is this Hiladani potency? What is the concept of Hiladani potency? Like when you chant, when you dance in the kirtan, you feel happy. So how you feel happy when you chant and dance in the kirtan, or you see the Lord? How we feel happy? Do you have any explanation? Okay, I'll ask another question. How a boy feels happy with in association of a young girl, or a young girl feel happy in association of a young boy? So that will answer the this question may be more relevant than the second answer you will get it. Yeah. So how a young boy feels pleasure in association of a young girl? Yes? Any answer? Yes, Karan. Huh? हाँ रजोगुण काम ऐशा क्रोध ऐशा रजोगुण samudra. We're talking technically here. So it is due to rajoguna, and because the youth rajoguna is very high, so you find this pleasure in youth. That a young boy and a young girl feel great pleasure in each other because of rajoguna. So the rajoguna mechanism will cause that attraction between the two and will give them pleasure. But you remove the rajoguna, there will be no pleasure. Do you understand? The pleasure is there till the time the rajoguna is there. Like when you go to a very sattvic place, then this passion will come down. You go to a place which is very rajoguni, that place, there's pleasure will come up. So it's the rajoguna samudbhava. And what is the agent of this rajoguna? Cupid, Kamdev. So Kamdev will shoot the arrows upon the opposite party, and it will look beautiful. It will attract. So actually, it's not the object which is attracting you; it is the arrows of Kamdev which is making it attractive. And that Kamdev is only making there. Otherwise, after marriage, 1 year, people lose attraction for each other. The attraction remains only for some time. After 1 year, then they come to reality because now the Kamdev's arrows don't work so much. Only initially it was working. So this is the way people obtain pleasure due to Rajoguna. Same pleasure. Why you feel something very tasty and something not tasty. So that also again the sense and sense. यही संस्पर्श भोगा दुख योनिया एवदे आदंत्यवंते कांते nateshu ramate buddha. So this is संस्पर्श भोगा is enjoy with the mode of passion. So this is, and you want to enjoy peace, That is mode of goodness. And you want to enjoy alas, nidra alasya pramad. You need mode of ignorance. Right? You have to become very ambitious and think you need rajaguna. Now, beyond these three gunas is a stage of Shuddha Sattva, Samvid, Sannidhi, Hladini. So these three potencies, now in material world, people do activities based on the three gunas, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Now, then how do people do activities in the spiritual world? Based on this counterpart of the three gunas, Sannidhi, Samvid, and Hladini. Just like the Guru Goswami says, oh Lord, just a young boy get attracted to a young girl, same way I want to get attracted to you. Why? Because the Hladini potency gives the same attraction, the spiritual attraction to Krishna for a devotee as a young boy and a girl have for each other in mode of passion. So now the Krishna and Gopis pastimes, they may look like a young boy and a young girl. That Gopis are also attracted to Krishna, Krishna attracted to Gopis. But when it happens in the material world, it happens due to Rajaguna. But when it's happened between the Gopis and Krishna, it happened due to Hladini Shakti. And therefore it is pure, it is gold. And the material mode of passion is passion is iron. It's like iron, and that is like gold is standard. So converting lust into love is converting this Rajoguna to Hladini Shakti. There. Like you see, Prabhupada time, the hippies were coming with their girlfriends. But when they start chanting Hare Krishna, they will go for Harinam Sankirtan. And they will feel so happy, they will forget also that we are with girls also. Both boys and girls are going together. And they don't realize also that some Mataji is there, something that transcend the bodily designations. Why? Because experiencing higher bliss. So when you come to bhakti, this Hladini Shakti gives the higher bliss, which makes the material pleasure pale of this world. This is how this Hladini Shakti works. But when you become a Gyan, but in the Jnana path or Ashtanga Yoga path, this Hladini Shakti is not there. They have to rise to Satoguna and make progress from Satoguna. So making progress becomes very difficult. And little sensual attraction, they fall down. And the Prabhupada gives example of Vishwamitra Muni. But the bhaktas, so they may be living even as a grahastha, or bhaktas may be living in a ocean where a lot of sense gratification is there, even in America, New York, or Bangalore, there's so much of sense gratification is available, but because they're experiencing the mercy of Hladini Shakti, they can sustain. Only when they do aparadha means go away from Hladini Shakti, go away from bliss of Krishna consciousness, then people fall down. You understand? Then people get attracted to, and then devotees get attracted to material pleasure because they have lost access to spiritual pleasure, so they get access to then material pleasure there. So this is the science how bhakti works. So bhakti is also a science. Now sometimes we feel, today we are feeling great taste, tomorrow we are not feeling great taste. So it's a science. Why you're not feeling taste one day? Because there are aparadhas happening. Why you're feeling taste one day? Because you got some mercy, some devotee got pleased, or you got some blessings of the Lord, you did bhakti nicely, and that's why you're feeling great taste. So, and the whole practice of sadhana bhakti is that we can get that mercy constantly, so we can feel great taste in spiritual life there, which comes at the stage of ruchi, asakti, and bhava. Till then, we are trying to practice our bhakti in such a way that we don't get affected by the aparadhas in a regular way, and we find great taste of Krishna consciousness, ruchi, there. And when that ruchi comes, nothing. Yam ladvanas param labha mannate anekavata. So therefore, worship of Krishna alone is not sufficient. You have to worship Srimati Radharani along with Krishna because she is the mercy giving potency. But we cannot worship Srimati Radharani alone. We have to worship through Guru Parampara and the Vaishnavas because every devotee is a carrier of Radharani's mercy. Like you go and pray to Srimati Radharani, Radharani, please show mercy. And you go and offend speak harsh word to other devotees. So do you think that mercy will come? No. So that's a great science because it's a wire. It's a wire flowing there. So it's not directly comes that 440, like 11 kVA doesn't come directly. First 33 kVA, step down to 11 kVA. 11 kVA turns down to 440, then come to 220 volt. Then we can access that electricity. The same way that mercy comes in the parampara. For we cannot handle 33 kVA, right? So step down mercy comes through the parampara. And because all the Vaishnavas are carrier of mercy of Srimati Radharani, so by pleasing the Vaishnavas, Hari Guru and Vaishnava, we get that mercy in our life. And this is how the taste in spiritual life works there. And if you know the science, then you can understand. See, this is the material pleasure is in the three gunas. The spiritual pleasure is in this Heladini Shakti. It's based on the Heladini Shakti. And this is what we talk about mercy. The bhakti is a path of grace. And that's why bhakti yoga is very powerful, other than Gyan yoga, Karma yoga, Ashtanga yoga, because of this presence of Radharani Shakti or mercy of Srimati Radharani. So it is because of mercy of Srimati Radharani that we feel that bliss in bhakti, happiness in devotion service. And when we offer bhakti to Krishna, how do Krishna gets happiness? Through Radharani Shakti. Therefore, Prabhupada says if you have to offer a flower to Krishna, don't directly offer a flower to Krishna. First offer to Srimati Radharani. Then Radharani will say, oh, this devotee is better than me. Then Krishna will accept your flower. So this is a way of worshipping Shri Krishna, worshipping the Lord there. So this is called the parampara way of worship. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to feel that bliss what Srimati Radharani feels for Krishna, he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and comes there to give devotional service to us. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness there. Now, who is more happy? A devotee is more happy and God is more happy. Because God wants to become devotee, that means devotee is more happy than God. Doesn't it? See, position of God is higher, but happiness of devotee is higher. And then Krishna is wondering, like Markandeya Rishi saw a small child sucking the feet. The Lord is wondering, what happiness devotees find in my lotus feet? Let me also see. The true translation is Radha and Krishna are a puzzle to mentalists. See, most people misunderstand about Ras Leela, Radha Krishna pastimes. What are they there? So Krishna is a potent factor and Srimati Radharani is a potency, internal potency there. Now to enjoy rasa, they appear in one body as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now one pastime, when Srimati Radharani took birth, so Narad Muni was going different places to find Srimati Radharani. Finally, he comes to the house of Vrishvanu Maharaj. Now, who was this Vrishvanu Maharaj and Kirtida? You know what is the mother father of Srimati Radharani? Vrishvanu Maharaj and Kirtida. Krishna's mother father are Nanda and Yashoda, Vasudeva and Devki. You know why do Nanda and Yashoda got mercy? What Vasudeva and Devki did not got? Vasudeva and Devaki, they could not see Krishna's childhood pastime, but Nanda and Yashoda saw. You know why Nanda and Yashoda got that mercy? Because Vasudeva and Devaki obtained that benediction from Lord Krishna himself. That Lord Narayan, that I will come as your son. But Nanda and Yashoda got that benediction from Brahmaji. So devotees' benediction is higher than the Lord, so that's why they got more benediction. Because Brahmaji said you will. So Brahmaji's benediction worked more far powerfully in Lord's. So devotees' benediction is more powerful even than the Lord's benediction. Proper rights in one of the purports here. So this Vrishvanu Maharaj and Kirtida Sundari, they were Suchandra and Kalavati. Suchandra and Kalavati. So they did tapasya of the Lord. Now, when the Lord appeared, Suchandra asked for moksha. Then Kalavati became a little angry. You know, what will happen to me if you go moksha? Then finally, Brahmaji made an arrangement where they got Srimati Radharani as the daughter, as Vishwanu Maharaj and Kirtida Sundari. So when Srimati Radharani was taking a birth, so Narad Muni came. So Virpan Maharaj was very hesitant to say a daughter is born in my house. Why? Because I have got a daughter who is not seeing anything. She's blind. She doesn't hear anything. She doesn't speak. And Narad Muni was very curious. I want to see. And when Narad Muni went to see, Radharani showed a beautiful form. And Narad Muni, out of ecstasy, he fainted, seeing that form there. And Narad Muni said, no, 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 your daughter is very good. Everything will be good. Don't worry. So one day, Nand Baba brought Krishna to the house of Vishwanu Maharaj. And Srimati Radharani was lying in Palna, you know. And as soon as Krishna came in the Palana, the child opened her eyes. The child started to cry. And the first thing the child heard is Krishna's voice. So that is so that in this life, if Srimati Radharani wanted to hear something, is Krishna's voice. Wanted to see somebody, Krishna. Wanted to speak somebody, yes, Krishna. So her whole existence is for pleasing Krishna. So she is a Mahabhagavat, or epitome of devotion, epitome of Mahabhagavat. And every one of our devotion is a part and parcel of devotion of Srimati Radha. There. So she is an imparter of bhakti. What is bhakti? When you get a desire to please Krishna, that I may serve Krishna, please Krishna. That is bhakti. So that desire, getting that desire. So whoever has this desire, I want to serve the Lord, I want to serve the devotees. That devotee has bhakti. And a devotee who is escaping from the services, कि प्रभु बहुत हो गया अभी ज़्यादा मत दो. Of course, probably he has done so much services that he is finding a balance. It may be the case he has bhakti, but the some limited bhakti in thing. But some devotees, if you do not have any desire to serve, that means there is no bhakti. And therefore, Prabhupada said not bhakti, devotional service. If your devotion, do some seva. If your mother loves you, when you go home, the mother say, Beta, I love you so much, but there is no food in the home today. She will go work hard and cook herself for you. Why? She loves. So when you love somebody, we do hard work, we do seva. There. So that is love. That we can do some service for the Lord. See, if you have bhakti, you will naturally ask, Prabhu, is there some service for the deities? I can do some service for the deities there. Because you want to please the Lord there. So that is bhakti. So somebody has a bhakti, he is looking for what seva can I do? And the sign of bhakti is you will be blissful doing that seva. And sign of not having bhakti is you will be miserable in doing any seva. There. So everything is an act of devotion in bhakti, that I want to do it for pleasing the Lord. That is bhakti. There. And the beautiful pastime, so just like now, a Raslila is something very high for us to understand. Why? As Kalyuga Jivas, the moment when we hear something, boy and girl, what comes to our mind? Our own kachra. Right? And there. So Raslila, hearing Raslila is meant for people who are liberated souls. For whom? Who have no desire for material enjoyment. Only those people can relish this Krishna's pastime with the gopis. There. But the beauty is when you hear Chaitanya Leela, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan pastimes, he dancing or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his intimate associate, you get the same benefit as hearing Ras Leela. And therefore, hearing Chaitanya Leela is very, very important. Some Krishna Leela and some Chaitanya Leela. So when we get absorbed in those pastimes of the Supreme Lord, so what happens when you get absorbed in those pastimes? We're transported. And what is the Bhagavad Vidhi? See, spiritual life is very easy to perform. The spiritual life is very easy to perform. Of course, when we have passion, it may not be easy, but it's very easy. What is that? What is the method? Pibanti Bhagavad Atmana Satam. Kathamritam Shavan Uteshu Sambratam. So just drink the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. When it enters the heart, it purifies our heart of polluted aim of life. And what it does, it takes Vajanti Tat Charan Saror Hantika. It takes us back home, back to God, the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So if we see how to make progress in bhakti, just sit and hear. Is it difficult? How many of you say sitting and hearing is difficult? How many say it's very easy? Okay, there are few hands are up. Without sleeping, how many say here sitting and hearing with rapt attention is easy? That's the key. But no matter, as we develop, we keep sitting, then one day attention will also come. So hearing is itself a complete process. Because Parikshit Maharaj, what he did? He heard about Krishna for 7 days. See, hearing jnana is not a complete process. You understand? Hearing jnana is not a complete process. It's a theoretical realization. But hearing Krishna's Leela is a complete process. So if you're hearing jnana, you have to apply that philosophy. Then the fruit of that philosophy will come. But if you're hearing Krishna Leela, this hearing Krishna Leela itself is a complete process. I don't find. If you hear Krishna Leela from a proper source, hearing Krishna Leela itself is a complete process. Because Parikshit Maharaj just heard for 7 days and he went on back to Gadget. And Bhagavatam, again telling you, just hear Bhagavatam. It's not telling you do anything. Just hear Srimad Bhagavatam. But because we cannot do that, so therefore we should first do Karma Yoga. That Karma Yoga means doing services with service attitude. That doing services and Vaishnava Seva. That will enable us to sit and hear Krishna Katha. It will reduce our passion. And hearing Krishna Katha will transcend our spiritual realizations. Take us to a there. So this is the method of Krishna consciousness. This is simple. And especially when we serve the Vaishnavas, when we please the Vaishnavas, we please the devotees who are giving us seva. By those blessings, we get a taste for hearing. And then we can be awake in the classes. Then we can be awake in the classes. There's a lot of cause of a lot of sleep is because lack of rati. But one verse says, Krishna's pastime is so beautiful, arati, apayati, vitishna, all three will go away. Disinterest will also go away in spiritual life. So this is the beauty of Krishna's pastimes there. They are so enamoring. And therefore Prabhupada gave Krishna book. You see? You have to just read Krishna book. Every night, Prabhupada said, just glass of milk and read Krishna book. And you can be so Krishna conscious. Is it difficult? There. It's so nice. So simple. Read Krishna book and take a glass of milk and you can be so Krishna conscious. And there. And you can have Krishna dreams, Prabhupada said. Of course, not easy to get Krishna dreams. There. So you see, you'll get all dreams, but getting dreams of Krishna is very difficult. And there's a special mercy. Because they're dreams in Shuddha Sattva. Only when Shuddha Sattva descends upon a devotee, then they can dream Krishna. Otherwise, not. Material dreams getting is very easy. The Rajaguna dream, Sataguna dream, Tamaguna dream. But getting a Shuddha Sattva dream is not an easy thing. Srimati Radhika is a transformation of Krishna's love. She is an eternal energy called Heladini. So, Heladini Karaya Krishna Ananda Asadana Heladini Re Dare Kare Bhaktera Poshana. So that Heladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. And Jiva Goswami talks about all this thing we're talking about. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, full of knowledge. Satchit Anand. His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. See, like you heard about the creation of universe, right? How creation of universe, everything manifests. You remember we learned it manifests from the three gunas. So similarly, when you talk about spiritual life, spiritual existence comes from these three things: Sannidhi, Samvit, Hiladini. So that's a technical explanation. Like many people say, see, Krishna also comes, does this lila. What is different between us and Krishna? Krishna also doing the same activities. People marry, Krishna marrying, right? People dance, Krishna dancing. So what is different between Krishna's lila and normal human beings' lila? Now, as devotees, we know it is different. But how do you technically answer it? So this is a technical explanation. That all activities of the jivas are under the three gunas, sattva guna, rajaguna, tamaguna. But Krishna's activities are not under the three guna. Then what they are? They are manifestation of Satchid Anand, Sannidhi, Samvit, and Hiladri. And by mercy of Krishna, a devotee also get the mercy of these three energies, Hiladri. Then devotees activities also don't remain under the three gunas. Dham bhuta prasanat mana shochati na kachati. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim lavate param. So this verse talk about how you attain my bhakti when you say sama sarveshu bhuteshu and brahm bhuta prasanatma. So then that state person gets a bhakti, true bhakti. So therefore, if we find a devotee who has a true bhakti there, the bhakti transakti transmitting from a devotee, and that devotee is very satisfied and happy. So all these three attributes exist in there. The essence of the Hiladini prudence is love of God. We see in Krishna Prem. So what is this Krishna Prem? It's in Hiladini Shakti. And she Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is a repository of all good qualities in the crest and among all the lovely consorts of Lord Krishna. Of these two gopis, Radharani and Chandavali, Srimati Radharani is superior in all respect. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava and she surpasses all in good qualities. Her mind, sense, and body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy and she helps in his pastime. I worship Govinda Prima Lord who resides in own realm Goloka with Radha. So it's there. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratipavitavi Tavirya Eva Nidurupataya Kalavi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. So I worship Govinda and the Prima Lord who resides in his own realm Goloka with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency Hiladini. Their companions are her confident who embody extension of her bodily form and imbued and permitted with ever spiritual blissful rasa. So Krishna's one name is Gopijan Vallava. So it's a Shruti mantra. That means this pastimes of Krishna is regularly going in Golok, Vrindavan. See, the pastimes of Krishna as a child are occasional, but this pastimes of Krishna being the lover of the gopis is an eternal goal, pastime going in Golok, Vrindavan, there in Krishna transcendental abode. And Krishna brings those pastimes here. Okay. So, and all Lakshmis, all other gopis or queens of Dwarka all come from Shrimati. And just Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, Radharani is the fountainhead of all Shakti Tattvas, Radharani and others there. Lakshmi, Durga is a Chaya, Parvati. So they are Chaya of Shrimati Radharani there. So what we saw today, that how the love of gopis is the topmost love for Krishna. That is Krishna's topmost love. Secondly, we saw how Uddhava very much appreciated that love. And that love does not melt. It does not become less. Then, out of all the gopis, Shrimati Radharani's love is very, very special. And so her love, her whole action is only filled with one desire to please Krishna. Then we saw how the mechanism, how a devotee feel happiness in Krishna consciousness. How a devotee feel happy in Krishna consciousness. We saw a mechanism of that. Then we saw what we should do, what we should not do to get that bhakti, get that happiness in spiritual life, and how hearing Krishna Leela is a complete process in itself. Hearing philosophy is not a complete process, but hearing Krishna Leela is a complete process. Hearing philosophy, you have to apply it, work hard, do seva. Then happen. But applying, because that's what Krishna is saying, you cannot directly go to Gyan Yoga. You have to do Karma Yoga. Only through Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga, you can go to Gyan Yoga. But Bhakti is itself a complete process. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Same way, chanting the holy names also is a complete process in itself. There. If one do it offenselessly. Only what effort you have to do it without offenses. Then it's a complete with Shraddha. With Shraddha, faith. Because any spiritual activity done without faith will not act that powerfully. Will act, but not that powerfully. So when you do any spiritual activity with faith, with Shraddha, with proper respect, then it is free from offenses. And then it will build the desired result. Yeah. Okay. So any questions? Yes, Abhi.
Our taste has diminished. It's very difficult to trace back that which devotees are I or what happened. But the taste I'm able to feel
Yeah.
it is.
So keep chanting. So solution is as we keep chanting constantly or more and more, the offenses go away. Serving the Vaishnavas. And you serve the Vaishnavas also, our heart becomes soft. No, they are not transformed. See, they are originally in the spiritual world. They are from the Hiladini Shakti. But Maya Devi, she had Devi. See, there's a difference between Antaranga Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti. So the Shakti is one. So Bahiranga Shakti, so transforming means what? That you give up the shelter of Bahiranga Shakti, go to the shelter of Antaranga Shakti. So don't be under the three gunas, under the Krishna Swarupa Shakti, Hiladini Shakti, Devi Maya. Right? Ma me pravadante, Maya me tam pravanti. Krishna read them. Devhim prakritim ashritam. Bhajante ananya manso. Gyata bhutadim. Okay, Mahatmanas Mam Partha, Devim Prakatim Ashrita. So what they are taking? They are taking Ashraya of Devi Prakriti. Yeah. So when you take Ashraya of Antaranga Shakti, then this Rajagun, Tamagun, they transform to Sarupa Shakti. Yeah, so they'll manifest together or separately. That is Krishna's mercy. My,
Any devotee is doing service and he is feeling happy also, but his intention is not to please Krishna. Then is that
see, it should be favorable to Krishna at least. Anukullena. See, there is a incidental devotional service and intentional devotional service. इंसिडेंटली आपने कुछ चीज कर दी भगवान को खुश हो गया तो इसलिए आपको भक्ति हो गई तो इनिशियली वी डू इंसिडेंटल डिवोशनल सर्विस व्हेन वी डू अवर एक्टिविटी वी डोंट हैव अ डिजायर टू प्लीज कृष्णा जस्ट करना है लेकिन कृष्णा इज प्लीज सो यू फील हैप्पी एज यू ग्रो यू हैव टू डू intentional devotional service you have to do with the desire to devotional service but if it is favorable it is devotional service if it is not favorable it is not devotional service so the primary characteristics is it should be favorable to Krishna and it should have a and follow in footsteps of acharyas. Then it is devotional service. Secondly, characteristic, you should have no other desire than to please Krishna. Jnana karma. See, one is favorable to Krishna. Then it is bhakti. And slowly it becomes intentional devotion. But Charun Mushrik, they're beating Krishna. Is it devotional service? No. Yeah. Therefore, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We don't chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. We chant Hare Krishna. Hare is what? Srimati Radharani. Oh, Srimati Radharani, please engage. Oh, energy of the Lord, please engage me in service of Lord.
But in history, we see that there have been many great devotees who have only worshipped Krishna or Vishnu, and they have been pleased by the.
No, worshippers of Vishnu will also worship Lakshmi also. You see any Shiva Vaishnava temple, Lakshmi ji is also worship or not? People go to the temple of Lakshmi also, Lakshmi Jagan Mata.
Like we see in Guru Maharaj case or Prahlad Maharaj, we don't hear often about worshipping.
See, mainly I'm talking about the goddess Sampradaya. The Radha and Krishna is worship. Same way in other Sampradaya, Sita Ram are worship. Or Lakshmi Narayan is worship. So where you see all those worship will be there. And in Bhagavatam, where you see people are worshipping, the Lord is coming. So now what mantras they are chanting? Of course, Dhumara chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. But because they chanted under a guru's direction, so the guru, whatever we directed, Krishna will reciprocate to that. But the mode of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we worship through Srimati Radharani. So with mantra comes the mood of the mantra, the mood of the parampara. So you have to follow that. And that's why in ISKCON you will find deity of Krishna alone, either only Krishna Balaram or Krishna with the cows at least. Krishna is not. And like Radharaman is there. When we say Radharaman, where is Radharani? Radharani is just simple one Sheila beside Radharaman. So like that Radharaman is worshipped. Yeah. Any answer for Bhakti? That many we worship, we don't worship Krishna alone. But there are many sampradaya like Udupi Krishna. Krishna is alone. So they're worshipping Krishna alone. Or you can see Dhuru Maharaj worshipping Krishna alone. So how to understand that?
Last time there were three. Prabhupada says in one Gita purport, if you only worship Dasavatar, in fact, he says you can neglect them and worship Shambhala. That's the purport. All these Dasavatar, all of them.
No. What the question is?
Upcoming. He says them Shambhala. And I don't know the where exactly, but I quote this. It says if someone worships Krishna and Rama, but does not worship Lord Chaitanya, he's a demon. That one goes straight from translation. Because so we don't so much go into that Krishna. Panchatattva Krishna Bhakti that's what chant for you chanting correct. So when you go to the Panchatattva, all these problems are solved. Otherwise you get partial. You get full information when you come to Panchatattva. So that is what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says we follow Rupa Raghunath, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Dara. There are many streams of Bhakti. You cannot limit Bhakti to only one stream. There are hundreds of streams of Bhakti. You cannot, even Brahmati Paramatma is there. What to speak of Brahma? So you go transcendentalism, Brahmati Paramatma are also transcendental. It's not that they are not transcendental. But even among vice versa, even among the devotees of Prayaga, the priority is given to Panchatattva. So when you come to Panchatattva, you forget Duva, you forget Kula. You focus on Rupa Raghunath, you only focus on Bhakti. So this is a little, see, Lalit Prasad was also there, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. What Lalit Prasad proposed and what Bhaktivinoda Thakur proposed, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj adopted Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Lalit Prasad Dara did not stop. Bhaktivinoda Dara did. It's very little exclusive. So our interest is not so much Radharani. Our interest is Vrajakrishna. Because that is applicable to kindergarten to the top. Worship of Panchatattva is thoroughly applicable, right from kindergarten to the top. So Panchatattva covers everything. In the world of Bhakti, Panchatattva is the Vishnu. Panchatattva of Krishna, Bhakta Rupa, Bhakta Avataram, Bhakta Arjam, Namami Bhakta Shakti, what is not there? So all the things are part. Streams will be there. You can't stop. We worship Ganga, we worship Yamuna. But doesn't mean other rivers are not there. There are also different. Personally, why friends? It's not that I did not have this problem. You have 24 Vishnu, which Vishnu you want to worship?
Anirudh, Pradyum, Sankarshan, Vamana.
And we are the Prabhava, Prakasa, Vaibhava, Vilasa, Sakya, Vaisarva. You want complicated philosophy? Okay. You want easy process? We give you both.
So what Prabhu is saying, see, there are different sampradayas and there's a different mood. So what is the basic point? There should be bhakti, and bhakti comes from bhakta. So Narad Muni is telling to Dhruv Maharaj to worship Vishnu, but because who is involved there? Narad Muni. So Lord appears.
Narad Muni is in Panchatattva.
So because Narad Muni, same way, Kardam Rishi, Brahmaji said him to do tapasya. He is doing under the guidance of Brahmaji. So Lord Vishnu appears. So wherever there is a bhakta involved, the instruction of a devotee involved, there is bhakti. And the representation and the whole sum of that bhakti is Radharani Shakti, which is represented by Srimati Radharani.
I think you are explaining too much for that.
Okay.
I think that much out of your ecstasy you are talking about. So I think how much who is spent maximum number of times in this country?
You probably.
If you are spent less than 20 years, this class is not required. But you stick it out for 20 years.
No, to stick for 20 years, I am speaking all this. Otherwise, many people leave because they don't. They feel they're not feeling a taste, and then
Must have, see, not having Shraddha itself is
yeah.
If you don't have Shraddha, you will commit.
But we give proper knowledge so they don't commit this offense of not having Shraddha.
But then they go into other things. No, they cannot. First of all, they have acceptance, which I had very hard time. Very hard time. Understand? In South India, people don't even know Radharani so much, even though they have somebody. They only know Krishna. Even among Krishna's pastors, they only know Krishna. They put the Krishna's lotus feet in the Janmashtami. The biggest decoration in the house is Krishna's lotus feet going. They put in Radharani. The Krishna is there. Krishna's lotus feet is walking. He is coming to the puja. That is their highest expression of love. Krishna's lotus feet coming there. We have rasa, five rasas. How can you say which rasa is what? We have combination of rasas also. That is why Krishna's wife, what is Bhakta Madhuri? Bhakta Madhuri is all this combination. So in the Bhakta Madhuri, in some places, Tuva also appears. In Bhakta Madhuri. So, but what we should not confuse? We should not confuse. All are same. All are transcendental, but all are not same. You know, in Ashtakali, there was a discussion whether the midnight fasting is greater or Madhana in the evening. Radhakrishna's fasting. Now I am going beyond heaven. We are not.
No, this is not so much required.
We are not going back.
Yeah.
But Mota is group Ravina. So I'm taking opportunity because it happened from spontaneously. So I take it. We have now people representing from birth because most of us are not. We have to go to them. That is very important. Very important to go to people sincerely. They are our first partner. We go to them. After that comes after that comes after that comes double promotion in you have to go to every class. You are not promoted from 3 to 6 times. That is it's a process, gradual. So I take this opportunity. So if you see the July issue of Backward in Life and Hindi issue called Bhagavad Gita, you see the glorification of the
So we are celebrating Maharaj Vyas Puja 21st September. So, so His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj has done so much service to Srila Prabhupada's mission and left such a big legacy. And Maharaj left to the spiritual world few months back. So we are celebrating Maharaj Vyas Puja on 21st September. I think that is a Ekadashi, Saturday. No, it's not a Saturday. It's not Ekadashi, but it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday, 21st. So we will be celebrating in the temple, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Prabhuji said. So Prabhuji is very excited that all devotees should participate and know the glories of Maharaj. So, so coming here, your question.
You explained about that why the Vasudeva and Devaki received that blessing from the Lord itself. That's why they were not able to resist the pastime. But Maharaj and Yashoda Mai accepted the blessing from Brahmaji. Can you just brief about that pastime? What happened? About Brahmaji?
No, so they also did tapasya, no? Nandan, Yashoda and Nanda. So they also did tapasya in their previous life. Because of their doing their tapasya, no, that is Devaki and Vasudev. This is talking about Nanda and Yashoda. So Nanda and Yashoda, they did tapasya. Then Brahmaji appeared and they asked, what do you want? We want Lord as a, we want to see the beautiful pastimes of Lord and we want to show that pastimes to everybody so that everybody gets benedicted. And then Brahmaji benedicted. So Nanda and Yashoda, they took birth as Nanda and Yashoda and Gokul. So but through them, the whole world could understand the Krishna's childhood pastime. So benediction of a devotee is better than the Lord's benediction. They were directly benefited by the Lord, but now they are benefited by Brahmaji. So they could see the childhood Leela of Krishna. So what point to say is that all these pastimes are greatly divine. And therefore this path of bhakti is very, very great. It's very, very simple. Susukham kartum avyam. Raj vidya, raj guhyam, pavitram idam uttamam. Prateshavgamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyam. So it's a Raj vidya. It's Raj guhya. And very easy. Susukham kartum avyam. Very easy to perform it. So let us become fixed on the path of bhakti and don't leave Krishna's lotus feet. And that you should pray to our Acharya Srimati Radharani that let me be attached to Krishna's lotus feet and don't leave because there is so much honey in the nectar of lotus feet of Krishna there. And that honey is only revealed as we go more and more deeper in bhakti, as we become more and more surrendered to Krishna and his devotees there to Guru Parampara. The more and more this nectar keeps coming. So do not miss that nectar and how to understand the science of nectar, that was we're discussing there. Right? So,
So you have all the taste of that beautiful. And you consider Rasam and so even things you can't even know about that relationship of the consider so to say that what you are doing is what Allah. It's not that there's nothing wrong and improper. There is one aspect. But we are gradually guided towards something. So that later on, as you grow in this, you will understand that. That's like you do standard mathematics, when you do calculated mathematics, when you code like that. So we are only maybe understand that. So currently, what we need
Panchtattva. Shri Shraddha.
Our Shraddha is next. Complicated also. So, Ashraddha Dana is another matter. Suddha Shraddha is like similar to Suddha Bhakti. But Shraddha is done, contaminated with many of them. People worship the name, people worship Durga, Saraswati, but their intention and contention is not. So therefore, there will be people. For us, the guidance is okay to accept because the machine is powerful. Not that you are a person is powerful, not that you are. Even nothing is that. But for us, the most wonderful presentation, the most wonderful gift, are from Radharani, so that completes the series. There's nothing left. You can't find anything not available. Everything comes from
Yeah. So basically, it's a mood of the parampara. So any parampara, people follow this way. Some paramparas, people follow this way. But the different details are revealed in different paramparas. Right. Granthaashram Bhatam ki, Prabhupada ki.
Because some people are questioned that
अभी हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण only 9,000 all other sectors.